Today I'm going to help you stick with practical items on your baby registry. I'm going to take you through an example from Amazon and we're going to talk practical and what to skip. So let's jump right into it. So when it comes to a wrap carrier, it kind of comes down to will you use it or not. So this one I think has a little bit of a head start in the back to get you going. I used a Moby wrap, which was just a piece of cloth, but I watched a YouTube video and I got very comfortable using it. You have to practice, you have to learn, okay? This might be for you, it might not be for you, and that's okay. Think about what your life is going to look like. Now, the next item, I say you skip. I don't think it is practical. I don't think it is useful. It is this baby lounger. Put them on the floor. Let them do tummy time. Let them just play on a quilt. They don't need all these special seats and things. This is literally a lounger for them to lounge in. Unnecessary, in my opinion. Next, we have two bouncers. They're probably picking between the two. A lot of people do this. I don't recommend it because your baby registry will get very overwhelming very quickly. Overall, when it comes to things like this, go affordable, all right? Your house doesn't have to be that aesthetic. Don't get too many baby items and your house won't look like baby clutter. But if you get a ton of them, yes, your house is gonna look like there's baby clutter everywhere. I recommend the bouncer, skip the swings, skip the bumbo seat, even skip the play mat on the floor. Just put a quilt down. Keep it simple. All right, clothing is practical in my opinion, especially if you stick with the basics. So sleepers, practical. Until your baby's like 3 months old, I would put them in very few actual outfits. I would just change their sleepers out regularly. Get ones that have the footies attached, get ones that have a zip. If they're newborn or even 0 to 3 months, try to get one that has a cuff in case they scratch their face a lot. You can cover up their hands. It's a nice option to have if you want it on at least some jammies. In the middle here, we have the white onesies. If you're gonna layer, yes. If you're not gonna layer, what are you getting these for? For me, I didn't find myself using them very often. So think practically through it. You know, when they're in these sleepers, are you gonna put a onesie under them? And if you're gonna put a onesie under, would you probably do a short sleeve? Because long sleeve under long sleeve is a lot to manage with their little, wiggly arms. And then we're finishing up with 3 more sleepers. I love that. Make sure you're getting varying sizes. Also, when it comes to sleepers, I would recommend in the younger newborn, consider going a little more gender neutral, the way that your future kids can use them as well. Okay, this next set of 3, this is what I am talking about. They have the footies. They have a zipper. And if you notice, you can see there's a cuff on that sleeve. These are also what I would consider gender neutral. So this is it. This is practical. This is what you want on your baby registry. Then we have some simple pants. I think these are designed to be unisex, like either gender. They're very basic. I like that. Okay, you could throw a pink onesie with it, or you could throw a blue onesie with it. That's great. Then we have a set of 3 hats. When it comes to like a winter hat, I really don't think you need that many. Like one can work because they are going to grow and every year you're going to have to get a new one. So I'd rather have fewer items, keep track of them, and then, get new ones as needed due to growth. Okay, now we have this little clothing set. So it looks like it's got like the hat, the onesie, the sleeper, mittens, and socks. So this is kind of cool. Honestly, for the price, it does seem like you're getting a lot. I don't love mittens. I don't love hats. That's just me. Overall, really cute though. I would say that. I kind of like that it doesn't come with pants because then it's like you start mixing too many things and like keeping track of too many things. It depends, I guess. Does it bother you to break up a set or are you okay with it? I'm iffy on sets sometimes, okay? Okay, so like this next one, I'm not loving the set. All right, for me, the pants, they're giving off a light blue color, which isn't really matching the tops for me. And then the fact that short sleeves with pants. So when you go into winter, you want these pants in their closet and available. But like the short sleeve, you're gonna put away. Same with going into summer. Oh, let's keep out the short sleeve, but let's put the pants away. You start splitting up the set. Does that bother you or not? All right, it's kind of a weird thing to discuss and it might not make sense here, but I don't always love sets for that reason. Bath time. All 3 of these are practical bath time items. So a tub, you can live with that one, but like they're not a bad thing to have. Towels, love a little set of hooded towels. To me, these are pretty gender neutral overall. And I always say skip on the newborn baby ones, try to get toddler towels, they'll last longer. And then simple washcloths, love it. Now we have a second bath option, this Frida one. It is completely up to you. That first one, I believe like folded down really small, whereas this one does not. It's up to you when it comes to like storage, space, how many bathrooms do you have in your home? That's gonna factor in on all these decisions. Okay, so diapering. I don't do changing stations, like in the classical sense, where it's on a dresser or something like that. I don't like that. I don't care for that. So that means this first item here is a skip. Now this diaper caddy, however, love it. I love a diaper caddy. For me, I would use the diaper caddy and put it on the guest bed that I had in my baby's room, put a quilt down, a little baby quilt, and that is where I changed them. So for me, that was how I did it. And then the diaper pail, I don't like them. I really think you can live without one and just throw the diapers in the trash. bag the poops, take the trash out. I mean, do you take your trash out every night, every other night? It depends. What is the flow of your home and of your family? Okay. You can live without items though. All right, if we're talking practical, this is practical. We got diapers and wipes. Love it. If you are going to use disposable, get them. Now, obviously, if you want to be environmental and do cloth, that's your own business. But if you're going to do them, get them on your baby registry. Quit getting these random things you may never use versus diapers and wipes you're 100% going to use. It's a guarantee. Okay, it looks like they're looking at more changing pad options. For me, it's a skip and another diaper pail. It's a skip. You don't have to have them, okay? Just think through how you're going to change baby, where you're going to change baby. If you want it, great. I recommend skipping. Next, we have a high chair, and it's one of those where it converts and all that. I like a booster seat that sits in the chair. I really do. It takes up less space in your kitchen. It's not a whole nother item. Are you really going to convert it? Probably not. And by the time your kid's old enough for you to convert it, you're going to need it again for your next baby, potentially if you have more children. For me, booster seat is the way to go. Now these bibs, love them. Love the silicone bibs. These aren't for bottle feeding or breastfeeding babies. These are when they're eating food. You just wipe them out in the sink. You can rinse them, hang them to dry. 3 is a great number, maybe 2 for at home and 1 for in the diaper bag. Love them. Cannot recommend them enough. Okay, we have not a mirror for the car, but this one's more of a camera system. So old school would do mirror. This is actually really affordable. So the camera is facing baby who's rear facing. You have a screen up front and you can see them. Pros and cons. So I used mirrors and my baby would sometimes kick the mirror or push the mirror if they could reach it, depending on how old they were and how long their legs were. And then you can't see as well in the dark versus this camera probably has good night vision. So that can be really nice as well. Now the screen up front could be a distraction, but so is looking in your rear view mirror. Up to you. I don't know if there's any reason why you couldn't do this, but very affordable for what it is. Then we've got a Frida Baby kit. Frida Baby makes so many different kits for this sickness and that sickness and saline and nose sucker. This is not a guaranteed item. You may not ever use it. You may not need it. So for me, it is not a must have on the baby registry. And then we have a safety kit or a grooming kit as they call them. I think these items are typically really cheap and half of them you will never use. So for me, they're skip. Get the specific items you want. Nail clippers, get them. Thermometer, get them. Hairbrush, get that. And then just be done. All right, get what you actually need and are going to use. Pacifiers. Pacifiers are practical. We got the Philips Avent. When it comes to passies and bottles, try to stick with one nipple for them to get used to. Don't try to get to too many different kinds and options. It's confusing for them. And then we have a CeraVe set, bath time lotion, that vibe. When it comes to their skin, I'm not a dermatologist, but get something that is very clear, fragrance free, and try to be consistent. Don't keep switching them and confusing their skin. So we have the Halo Sleep Sack. Love how neutral this is. Okay, everybody can use it. Then we've got a swaddle where their arms go up. Sleep swaddling, it's all very tricky, but get gender neutral so you can use it for those future children. That's the best investment you can make, because sleep stuff can get very costly. And then we have a 2-pack of crib sheets. Love that. I recommend 2 or 3 crib sheets. And then when the crib sheet gets dirty, don't stick it in the bottom of their hamper to wait 2 weeks to wash it. Just throw it straight in the washer so it comes through that next load. You always want to have a clean crib sheet ready to go. You never know when a big blowout, spit up, or disaster is going to strike. The portable baby shusher. So I don't love this thing. I don't know why. I think maybe it's a little expensive for me. We did an old cell phone. We put a free white noise app on it and literally used that as a portable sound machine. It was great. Then we have a crib mattress protector, practical thing. Typically they come in a 2-pack and I do recommend going with that. And then we have more crib sheets. Again, pretty gender neutral. Love that. I would say 3 sheets is my sweet spot, but oftentimes you're going to get 2 and 2. So if you're 4, that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. Some moms like to do where they layer them on the bed and you can just pull one off at a time. It's up to you what works for you and what system you find is the most efficient and practical for your life. All right, now I believe first this is a full-size crib mattress, and then I believe the next one is more of a mini crib. So interesting on that, maybe that fits in their bassinet. We haven't seen a bassinet, so unsure on that. You do need a mattress though. If you're having a baby and they're going in a crib. So practical. This is a practical item. Then we have a rocking chair. It's up to you. I lived without the rocking chair. Some people swear by them. They want that rocking chair. Do you see yourself using it? For me, I didn't want to hang out in their room. I wanted to hang out in the living room. So again, completely up to you, but you can't just picture this fake life. You got to picture real life and what's really going to work for you. Next, we have the bassinet or bedside sleeper. I skipped this. My babies went to the crib from day 1. So my reasoning for this, they never had to transition. We got more use out of the crib, which made it more worth the money spent on it. And I slept on the guest bed in the room with them. That worked for us. Okay, everybody does their own unique way. You can also put their crib in your primary bedroom if there's enough room. You don't have to have a bassinet. Really consider, do you need a bassinet? It could be a skip. Next, going into breastfeeding, we have like a starter kit. It's got a few different items in it. Look at those items and decide, am I gonna use this? Now, you've never breastfed a baby before, so you might not know, but breastfeeding can get very overcomplicated very quickly. I recommend actually having fewer items. What it comes down to is a good latch. That's what you need to breastfeed successfully. Okay, start out with that, not all these items and these products. Then we've got some like cooling gel type pads. I didn't use those. And a nursing cover. I got a hand-me-down cover that I enjoyed, and it was free because it was a hand-me-down. Doesn't have to be bought new. Next, we have a car mirror and screen. Did we already see this? I'm pretty sure we already saw this. So maybe they're trying to decide between the two of them, or they're getting one for one vehicle, one for another. I don't know, but keep it simple would be my recommendation here. And then we have a travel system where you get a car seat, a base, and a stroller. I love purchasing a travel system. That means the car seat will click into it and you can use it from day one. The base matches the car seat, like maybe get an extra base if you feel like you need it, but I love a travel system. We did a jogger, a Graco, and absolutely loved it. My favorite items from my own experience as a mom will be linked in the description. There's a little section there. And then items from this baby registry, they will be linked in the description as well. The next item is a carrier. It looks cute and simple to use. Hopefully it is. The next item, unavailable, we're going to just skip right over that. And then we have a pacifier, sterilizer. I would never use this. Just keeping it real as a real mom. After that, we have the bottle sterilizer and dryer. I would not use that. If I had a baby on bottles, I would just hand wash them or use your dishwasher. It has a lot of different settings. Then we have an Honest Company. It looks like this might be product for mom. Not exactly sure on that. We're not going to take a deep dive. And then we've got the Ergo carrier. So now another carrier. Be very careful about putting too many duplicates onto your baby registry. It can get very overwhelming to have to keep going back in and keep eliminating items. So be cautious of that. Next, we have the Frida Baby Electric Nail File Buffer, whatever you want to call it. I didn't get one. Is it a good product? Probably. Babies' nails grow so fast. Okay, this is a practical, everyday user, maybe not everyday, but pretty darn frequent use item. You're going to use it for a long time. The nails don't stop growing when they turn 2 months old. Keeps happening. So for me, that makes it a little more worthwhile and a better value. Then we have the Hatch. I love the Hatch. Okay, it's a nightlight, it's a sound machine. It works as an alarm clock as they get older. It helped us transition from the crib to the big bed so smoothly. My kids are done. 8 o'clock, we're done in this house. Mommy and daddy are off the clock. They don't come out of those rooms. And this light helped us so much to achieve that. I cannot recommend the Hatch enough. For me, it's a little like bougie, but it was worth it. Then we have a big old package of socks that all match. Love that. So when it comes to socks, I recommend not getting too many individual pair, but getting like white, gray, black, make stacks. That's the way to go. You're going to lose random socks, but then they're still, good because you got a big old pile that match. All right, some little corner protectors. My question would be, are these going to damage your furniture and is it worth it to you? Babies are going to get hurt. We cannot safety proof everything in our homes. So it comes down to making safe areas, watching your baby, and safety proofing what you do think is a serious enough situation in your home. So up to you on that. Then we got some CeraVe. Whatever you put on baby's skin, try to keep it clean, clear, and consistent. Then we have a baby food maker. This for me is a hard no. You probably have a blender or a food processor, just use that. And at the end of the day, you can like steam or roast things and literally just mush it with like a potato musher or even like a hand mixer. You don't need baby specific food makers or blenders. It's a hard skip. And with that, we are done. I hope I helped you stay practical, and we want to just, maximize our baby registry. Practical. Keep practical items, ditch all the rest, okay? If you want any of these products, they're linked. If you want products that are my favorite, they are linked. And also, if you want me to edit or audit your baby registry, just like this, there's a link down in the description. I would love to work with you personally and individually. Until then, check out more videos, and I'll see you there.